Yes.
Okay, good. So we were just going over the main menu of the home page. You might have a different interface. If you do, it should look the same, except here you have to hover to see where the files are, what the icons mean. Okay, so home obviously is your main page. And on the bottom, others, you would have what is like missing. So FinTrack questions to be answered. There's one I didn't answer apparently. Condition expired or about to expire. So it just keeps track of your files according to what you had entered on EzMax. Okay. Files. So this is probably what you use the most. So here are your listings. Don't forget that temporary listings, until you submit, we don't see. We'll never see them. Okay, and it happens often that some brokers call us, oh, you didn't action it, because you're still on a draft.
Why do we use the temporary?
Because you didn't complete it, you're not ready to submit it, you're missing a document. Different people work differently. So in 100% of the time on teams, when you're a team, you'll use temporary files because they have one person taking care of loading the documents, and until the file is completed, they will submit.
Okay.
It's to avoid receiving
a lot of documents.
A lot of emails from us telling you, oh, you're missing this, you're missing that. You temporarily load them. For example, you just listed a house, you're missing the certificate of location or the deed of sale. So you're going to wait till you get those documents, load them. And then when you're ready to go, you submit. Then we get the file, we say, okay, boom, ça roule plus vite. It just goes faster.
Parce que si tu l'ouvres, après, si tu as envie de faire un changement, il faut leur envoyer un courriel et si tu as envie de faire un changement.
That's for, ouais, c'est pour les ventes, ça plus. So sales lots of.
Non, mais pour
les listings.
Pour le loading, non. Pour le loading, you can load anything.
Le loading, c'est pas ici, demandé.
Yeah. Listings would be here.
Loading the documents.
Oui, le document.
Pour EzMax.
Ok.
Yeah, pour le bureau.
Est-ce qu'on peut ajouter le document par la suite? C'est toujours bureau.
Non, je peux toujours ajouter le document par la suite.
Ah, d'accord. Je pensais qu'une fois que c'est fait.
No, you can.
Okay, so temporary listing, if I click on them, you can start a new temporary listing here. You can put a census number, I don't think it's worth for you guys to do this because by default, EzMax will create the file
when we put it in
from census. So automatically the file is going to be there. Instead of you doing all the work, wait till the file is created.
Yeah.
Just takes 24 hours, but not even. Buyer's contract. Any questions on that? You have a buyer contract, just put it there. Sales. So sales, you can basically go back and check out your sales. If you're missing documents, there's something you forgot to load, you click on them and you enter that specific documents. On top here, you have a bunch of them, which is the same menu here and here. You see? I don't know if you have that on the new interface.
I'm trying to find. So right now I see, okay, where my listings are, where my temporary listings, buyer's contracts, sales draft deals, refused, other income. What are you asking?
If you have the same bar on top.
I do.
Okay, so it's the same concept. So basically, this is your entry gateway to your folders. Any folders you have in the EzMax system under your name will appear here.
About that, when a file is notarized, what's the way to see it if I want to go to it?
It's not right or
notarié.
Oh, it's notarized. So a sale.
Yes.
So it could be here, or it could be gone because we need to archive.
It is gone.
So it's
and when it's gone, I have to go search. In the search, put the address, then it will appear.
Yeah.
But I cannot see it nowhere. I cannot track it until I go to do search for it.
Yeah, because we archived it. There's just so many files we could keep as live.
Okay.
So after a certain amount of months, we archive whatever is in the system. Okay. You still have access to it, but not here.
Yeah, I have to make it the search especially for that file.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
So let's say you want to edit an info under general information, let's say for buyer. Where do I go to edit?
I don't understand your question. Why do you want to? What do you wanna edit?
Like, let's say here, I noticed category is written commercial, but I know it's residential.
Can you click on it and see if you can edit? I'm not sure.
Non. Il doit y avoir un stylo quelque part.
What are you in? Sales or listings?
Under buyer's contract.
So you loaded a buyer's contract, it showed up commercial, but it's residential, doesn't matter.
Oh,
So don't worry about that. It's if your listing is a rental, but you put it as a sale, then it matters.
okay.
But that you should be able to update. But the buyer's contract doesn't matter. As long as we get the buyer's contract in our system, we're okay.
But isn't your question how to edit something?
Yeah.
No, well, she's saying buyer's contract. I never had to edit the buyer's
From,
contract.
Toutes tes choses là-bas, tout prend tout le temps dedans. Ouais.
But you need, like, okay, so if I have a buyer's contract right now with a client, but yet we haven't done a transaction or anything, you would go and add the buyer's contract in here?
Yes, so new contract here
You need to, like by law?
by OSC rules.
Okay.
Okay, so the reasoning behind it is, let's say there's a problem, your buyer buys and then the other broker complains or something. Well, we have a recollection of the buyer's contract in our system.
Okay.
OSC won't come to you, they'll come to us.
Yeah.
When I get an email to verify a file that George did, for example, not that it happened, they specifically tell me not to tell him that they're verifying his file. So it's a very,
Touchy situation.
yeah, so we have no choice but to send them what we have or tell them we don't have anything.
Like I have a folder on my computer here with all of my contracts, all of my people, all of my buyers, all of my sellers, everything. It's just not on EzMax.
You should load.
Take the time and transfer
Yeah.
everybody over.
I mean, look, here this is the buyer's contract. Really what you need to do, contract number. You should fill up the blanks as much as you can. See sale, or rental. The minimum amount, the maximum amount. Date of contract, expiry date, remuneration percentage, and then you just add, you can add the contact or you add the document or you add the documents, and then you submit, that's it.
Okay.
Okay,
That's fine, man.
refuse promise to purchase, same thing, you should always load. I know when you have 25 of them, you don't feel like it, but these are the most verified files right now. It's anything with more than one offer that is done with multiple brokers. Okay. Other incomes, you wouldn't have to do anything in other incomes. Other incomes are created by our mortgage referral team. So you
I have
guys,
always issue in that situation here.
Yeah.
When I fill I do a lot of referrals for the bank. So when I fill the form, like référencement, I always put it in my documents, which is when I load everything as documents in that file.
you can
But
do that, but you'll still need to.
from then I learned that they won't pay me until they send me the email, other document for this specific address, till I'll put it in that file,
That's it.
not in the regular file.
Yeah.
Type. I have some, and I'm still with Zen about that. From last year's not paid.
Yeah.
And apparently, like I have one from CIBC from July. I have to follow up with CIBC. She told me they didn't pay, but CIBC they always pay right away after the date of notary, maximum 1 month, not even 2 months. I have to check this, like few separate things, but how we can have a way to see what's paid, what's not? I have to always go dig what's paid, what's not.
No, what's paid, you have a list of everything that you got paid for. Every time we issue a disbursement, you get an email with your payslip, with the address and the.
Not about that for I'm talking about specifically about the mortgage referral.
We can't just pull mortgage referrals. We can pull a report with everything you got paid for. And in there, you will see your mortgage referrals.
Okay.
But the problem with mortgage referral is that because they send it after your transaction is done, we cannot go back and dig into that transaction. Hence why there's a new file created and you need to upload that document just in that one file.
Yeah, that you can export the file.
Yeah, you can move it from one
Excel.
to the other.
On extrait les données.
Pour avoir un
Oui, tu
job report.
exportes, ils t'ont payé l'agence sur Excel. Après, tu fais un filtre avec le nombre d'avants, peu importe. Tu vas voir.
Yeah, but you still have always some work to do manipulation
Yeah,
to
but-
define stuff, yeah.
Okay, so this is for, basically, this is the window to all your files, okay, that are currently in EzMax. One that you'll lose a lot is new deals. So new deals is when you sold, you're not the listing broker, you're the selling agent, right? So you click on new deal. And from here, very simple, is a listing associated with a deal on Centris? It's usually yes, unless it's a pocket listing. Do you have a buyer's contract? This is where you decide yes or no. And then you will put in the Centris now. If it is on Centris, if it's not on Centris, there is no Centris now. Okay, once you submit this, I'm going to say no, because I don't. You submit this, it's going to open a window with some of the info already populated if it comes from Centris. In this case, I said no, so there's less information, such as category. So it's single family, year of construction won't be there. You don't need to fill everything, guys, okay? But try to fill what is important to us and to you, which is the address. Okay, ideally the full address. The contact is important because sometimes we're trying to search because we got payments and they didn't put the address, but we have the name of the person. If you don't put the contact, we'll never find it. Okay, especially in rentals with e-transfers. The e-transfers are by far the most complicated ones to trace. Okay, for the most part, I think everybody's following the template, but when they don't, it's a disaster. So we got yesterday, I don't know, 1,333.97. If I can't match the amount and I can't find the person who transferred it on EzMax, that cash just sits. It sits in our account with a hold on it until somebody says something. I mean, we're not going to send the entire agency an email contact. Hey guys, we got money. Whose is it? Everybody's going to say it's mine. It's not going to work.
You're gonna be a lineup.
So, but you understand the problem on that side. So just trying to give us more information. More is better. Transaction day is very important. Schedule notary, of course, that's for the invoicing side. And if it's a sale or a rental, it's a different service charge if it's a sale or a rental. So if you put a sale, but it's a rental, well, when we go to our sequence, it'll charge you a sale fee versus a rental fee. And I'm sure no one wants to pay the sale on a rental. I wouldn't want to, right?
How much the rental fees?
99.
Okay.
Actual date sale. Anyways, if it's red, you have to put it in. And here it's important to put who are the brokers. So in this case, because I said it's off market, well, your name should be here, first of all. But if there's an external broker, you should also put their name. If we need to pay the external broker, when you're the listing agent, especially, we need to pay the external broker, right? If you're a collaborating agent, don't tell us we need to pay an external broker. We don't. They need to pay us. Okay. So any questions on this? Now you could do a percentage, as you see here, you have percentage. You have percentage tax included, which I don't recommend you use. Then you have dollar with taxes included. This is usually good in rentals. Because sometimes, I don't know, I know you guys, you have a couple of rentals. I know there's, Yukon's team does a lot of rentals and they bundle in the tax. So let's say it's 1,500 plus tax. Well, they'll charge 1,005, period. But if they don't tell us,
taxes are.
yeah, taxes are included in their bundle. That's chacun son truc. Everybody works a little different, right? But this is how you would use it. Okay.
Let's say hypothetically, you do a deal. And then everything is dispersed, except the lessor did not send the tax portion.
So we can disperse.
You can't disperse the commission until the.
We will not disperse any funds until the full amount is received.
Okay.
Unless in the case of a new bill.
And until the whole file is in the system. If you're missing one document, they won't pay you.
Yeah, of course. We're actually not allowed to pay if we're missing documents. Now, we've done it sometimes in the past.
I was missing IV on one document and said slowly, I can't pay you until you send me the IV.
Yeah, guys, as we progress and as you know, more files come in, we also had to tweak our system, so there's nothing that goes through the cracks. Trust me, when it goes through the cracks and OIC finds out, you get suspended.
Yeah.
And we have cases that people got suspended, so to avoid that, for everyone, including the agency, well, we have to do it this way. And I know it's sometimes too much, but it is.
This is what it is.
Everybody's good. Okay, so this is for new deals, which is probably a tab that will be used more often than the other ones. Search, well, this is the case that you were talking about. You can use any of these fields to search for a file. Even by a brokerage contract number, type of income. Okay, so there's all kinds of stuff in here. You can just put a street number. I can put 5150, for example. Let's see what happens. Boom. It's obviously files that are associated with me, not agency level, right? So you'll be able to pull up whatever files you're searching for. And you could go back, since you've been part of this system, right? Okay. But par exemple, that if you have a sale that you've done, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, and you want to pull it, you pull it from here. Okay. You could pull it by name also if you put the, see, this is pretty much our interface on our side. So when we're searching for stuff. Okay. Centrist number, file number, we
On trouve mieux ce qu'il cherchait tout à l'heure aussi.
c'est pas compliqué.
Other income.
Yeah.
C'est ce qu'il cherchait tout à l'heure. non?
So yeah, George, you can try here, other income. And see what pops up.
Where you can see other income,
Search, and towards the bottom, after direct access,
the search. Auto revenue is here.
autre revenu.
Deal. Okay, and you put
Autre revenu.
référencement hypothécaire.
Tu peux essayer référencement, mais je pense que c'est vraiment autre. Je suis pas sûr.
Oh, okay.
Try both of them.
So weird, I do a search for an EzMax ID number, and it pops up all these other listings.
Maybe the ID number is your ID. I don't know. I don't really use the ID.
Because the things I'm trying to find a folder and I cannot find the folder. Signatures in person.
Is it as easy sign folder? Guys, you can use stars too, right? If you do star, H star, it'll pull up any H and yeah.
Okay.
So maybe try like that. I don't know. Which you put star anywhere you want. In any field, you put a star at the beginning, and another star.
So let's say do that.
Yeah, you know when this was
on research.
Is that a name, something?
Star.
Okay, so click here to include. So guys, look here. There's two tabs here. Include archive files as well. And include inactive, canceled, off market, blah, blah, blah. If you're searching the whole system, you need to click those two.
Okay. Dans recherche.
Dans recherche.
So when I do that,
It pops up.
all of the things, all of
Okay,
the
include, okay,
ones pop up that I've done.
and archive. Because I did one now and didn't pop up because I didn't click here. So let me put now the address.
Okay, guys, I just let you guys can go play a little bit with it, try to figure it out. And if you have questions, come and see it. It's not a problem. Statistics, click on it, have fun with it. It's really pretty straightforward. It gives you some information on what's going on for you during the year. Now, not everybody has EasySign. Who here has EasySign? No one has EasySign? You guys all use AuthentiSign?
Ouais, ouais, moi j'utilise ça.
Okay, so EasySign, here you would have basically all your files, your folders. Okay. Okay, down here, tools, it's pretty straightforward. It's a little bit of like a CRM system as well, where you can have some contacts, which clearly I don't use. Okay. But if you had your contacts and you wanted to use it, you can do it through here. You can change your preference, your password. There's a bunch of stuff. Required documents. If you click on that, try this. Yeah, let's see. So it's telling me for this address, I'm missing all these documents. This is the email that is sent to you twice a month. Okay, it's sent on the 1st, it's sent on the 15th. Every month you're going to get an email. You're missing the following. If it's something that, well, guys, that's, so you got to understand, by us sending this email to you, we've done our job. At some point, that email,
Une question.
if it comes back to you, it's on you, not on us. That's the reason we keep sending it.
I have like email getting every month twice, whatever you're saying. Accusé de réception pour le financement. Already ça a été notarié, puis j'ai pas eu l'accusé de réception.
Renvoie un email avec ce email et tu dis la transaction a déjà été notariée.
Puis il n'y a pas eu accusé de réception.
Il n'y a pas eu d'accusé de réception. Nous, ce qu'on va faire manuellement, on va rentrer dans le système, on va l'enlever.
Mais en plus, ça, c'est le dossier que j'ai pas été payé pour savoir. Et ça continue. Accusé de réception. Y a-t-il quelque chose qui va arriver avec Savage?
Avec qui?
Avec la rue Savage, ceux du Saint-Jean.
Je veux pas les gars là, sur Saint-Jean.
Il y a sûrement beaucoup de colis en fait.
On a plusieurs courtiers ici, donc on est dessus, mais il n'est même pas devant les points là. Okay, so très important, guys. These emails are you know, there's a reason we send them. You're gonna delete them.
Najib gets them 4 times a month, he says. You sent to me, I sent to him.
Okay, so make sure or you respond to the email if the document you don't think is necessary, or for some reason it's there but not under the right name. Send us an email telling us it's in there or it's, you know, whatever.
Yeah, something. Let's say, for example, now you're you have a new listing, you're preparing it in EzMax, so you label it. Right? So let's say I'm doing a lease. So I do a lease, if I sign it electronically, I have the lease that was signed or the brokerage contract, the lease signed electronically, and then I have the certificate. But when I go to input it into the system, they don't have a pop-up, let's say, for example, lease certificate or brokerage contract to lease certificate. So what I end up doing is I end up sending a note. Can you please add the onglet, whatever?
Parce que si tu signes sur InDesign, le certificat est déjà dans InDesign.
Non, mais il y a des onglets qui manquent. You know, like go from the drop-down menu of.
Okay, so if there's something missing that you think is missing, send us an email, we'll add it.
Email, or do I send you the message in the
Send us
system?
an email as well, so we can correct it in the system, so it.
Email to who?
To Zing operations. Okay. Guys, the 2 emails you need to remember is admin, which is Andrea. Admin is for invoicing and for anything really related to verification of files.
Is it possible to send an email to everybody?
It's sent every month.
No,
everybody.
No. To say, like, pour cette personne s'occupe de ces affaires-là et cette personne s'occupe de ces affaires-là.
Yes, we send it every month.
Yeah?
Yeah. You just guys,
Let's say.
I know who reads, I know even who clicks on it. So,
Admin at Royal LePage du Quartier.
and I presume the ones that don't click on it and don't read it, well, it or goes to spam or it gets deleted. And I'm not pointing fingers, but clearly some of you are not reading them.
Clearly.
Okay?
Okay.
So
Do like me, open it, then delete.
at least I'm like, okay.
Yo, come on.
And the email is updated every once in a while. It looks like this. It's not as information importante, important information. It's a French English, same lines. Regarde. Georges, c'est pour ça que je te montre. Service pour la facturation, déboursement. Si vous avez besoin d'une facture, admin, toute question de rétribution, opération, autre question, info. C'est écrit.
T'es là, toi,
Tout est là. Même les références hypothécaires, quoi faire? Les e-transfers, les wire transfers, les chèques en fidécommis, tout est là.
Machallah.
Ah, imagine ça, c'est tellement organisé, mais faut le lire les emails. Guys, read the emails. There's, like, I know you get a lot. but
C'est écrit important. Hein?
Généralement, quand c'est important, c'est écrit.
Ça fait peur, hein, c'est important.
Important. All right, guys, the tools here, there's a bunch of stuff that I don't need to go through, but listing maps. So when you have a bunch of listings, you'll have a map of all your listings. It's pretty cool. Like you can see all your listings a little bit everywhere. You got a tax calculator, mortgage calculator. There's a lot of stuff here that, you know, you just need to go in and play with it. Okay, I'm not gonna go over the obvious. Finance. So finance has all the stuff that you usually would need from us that is here. So for example, you have the credit card that's on file for you. Financial reporting, so we can go through them one by one if you guys want. So here you could pull up all your remuneration by dates if you want. You can have a summary, you can have a detailed. Alors pour toi, Georges, ça serait peut-être ça ce que tu cherches. You want to know what you got paid last year? You click from 2022-01-01 to 2022-12-31.
Ça, c'est, t'as rentré dans le finance,
Alors,
t'as fait
dans
ça.
finance, le deuxième.
Le deuxième, rapport des données immobilières.
C'est ça.
OK. OK. Du haut, puis ça sort toutes les...
Ouais.
OK.
Alors là, ça va sortir, ben là, tu dois jouer avec les
dates.
choix.
Mhm.
But this is basically anything that has to do with reporting. If you want to track your growth, if you just need to know your income from last year, whatever it is, you have it here.
C'est comme ça que j'ai fait le cherche autrement. J'ai monté dans immobilier en haut, puis j'ai fait parce que je cherchais pour sortir mes rapports. Et là, après, j'ai sorti toutes les transactions de l'année. Puis là, j'ai découvert que Général Géraud, puis ça n'a pas été payé par le référencement. Ça a été payé juste la facture, mais le référencement, ça n'a pas été payé. Mais je n'ai pas été de cette façon-là. Je suis allé d'une autre façon pour faire toutes mes comme transactions de l'année passée. Mais je l'ai vu différemment même. Ça a été une meilleure façon de détailler que celle-là parce que ça te dit, ça c'est référencement, ça c'est vente, ça c'est comme achat. C'était, je le regarde, ça c'est dossier, comment ils sont, ça c'est inscription, ça c'est les ventes et il y a une place aussi pour les référencements. OK, c'était différent. Le fichier que j'ai sorti, c'était un peu différent.
Okay.
Rapport de revenus.
Moi, j'étais dans l'immobilier.
Là, sur rapport de paiement à revenus, je pense que tu vas...
Liste, moi, je suis allé ici, rapport des ventes, on est allé rapport des transactions, rapport des transactions. Je suis allé dans immobilier, rapport des transactions, puis j'ai sorti pour l'année comme 2022. J'ai pesé sur 2022.
OK, ben, fais-le, puis
Okay. Là, ça m'a donné tout.
Okay.
C'est ça.
List of tax slip. Guys, if you're in Inc., you don't get T4s and that stuff, right?
Et c'est ça que je me demandais.
If you're an individual, you get a T4. In Inc., you don't get a T4.
OK.
Okay. Pending deal with unfulfilled condition report. That's it. So these are deals that are sitting in the system and something's missing. Okay. Remuneration report, transaction report, these are all just reports, guys. You just go in and you do deduction reports. If you want to know how much you paid, during the period, you click here. Annual sales statistics. You want to know your volume in 2022, 2021, and now in 2023, it's here. Okay, list of invoices. These are all the invoices that are issued by Du Quartier to you, okay, for monthly fees, GLR, all that stuff. Often enough, your accountant needs them. Sometimes you have them, sometimes you're missing one. Well, it's right here.
This is different too.
Okay, and broker tax report, list of checks, all that stuff is here on the bottom. Okay, this is your finance stat. This has nothing to do with anybody else but you. Okay. My suggestion to all of you is go in, spend a little bit of time, you know, late at night before bed, because it'll put you to sleep, and click on each one, and you'll know it's there. Once you do it, you know it's there. Okay.
Ok, quand je regarde liste des factures, ça c'est quand nous faisons la période du 1er janvier au 31 mars. Ok, c'est bon.
Et en haut, tu auras all unpaid, paid. Alors,
C'est ça.
Tu peux
Tout.
cliquer sur ce que tu veux.
C'est ça.
Okay. This, what you see here is what we see in our system. It's the same system. You guys have access to just your folder. We just have access to a lot more. That's all it is. Okay. So I'll go back to the top on home. So you see under listing here, I have a little 1, which means I'm missing something in one of my listings. If I click on it and I click on the address, it opens this page, which might again look a little different, but what's important is this tab here, required documents.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to display this, and it's telling me I'm missing all kinds of documents, pretty much missing everything. Yeah,
Ça c'est dans quel onglet?
yeah. So dans l'onglet, j'étais à home,
Ok, ça c'est ta sortie de finance. Ok.
et j'étais dans listing ici.
Home.
Regarde l'écran.
Oui.
Listing ici, et là j'ai cliqué sur l'adresse.
Ok.
So now I have a choice. I can write a comment with new comments. I can add the documents if I have them,
Yeah.
right? So let's start with adding a document, for example. So I'm gonna add it from my computer.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, assuming that you're organized and you have all the documents in your computer. But that's the other problem cycle. Okay, so you have to have it done already. So I have,
Une question sur ce sujet.
Yeah.
Quand on est deux, une personne à l'entrée dans le système,
c'est qui deux? Vous êtes deux qui? Toi et Mike, par exemple?
disons,
Ben, il y en a un qui va rentrer les documents. pas
c'est
les
ça, un qui est à l'entrée. Mais pourquoi je le sens pas l'entrée?
Quoi?
Vous êtes
That was for
les
you,
deux
actually.
responsables.
Ouais, un qui rentre. Because if not, you're both gonna enter the same house.
Ok, mais si un qui a rentré les documents, pourquoi je reçois le courrier qui ne sont pas
Il
rentrés?
n'a pas rentré.
Mais la propriété est notariée, ça se peut-deux?
Mais ça se peut, oui. On t'a payé, on n'aurait pas dit. Ça veut pas dire que tu peux pas rentrer le document. Si on vous paye, il manque un document, guys. Rentrez le document, là, c'est pas.
Ok.
Prends le document et dis merci aussi parce que tu rien d'avance.
Les répercussions seront les mêmes.
Ok.
Ok, t'as été payé ou pas.
Ok.
Ok.
C'est beau.
Voilà. Alors ici, for example, I'm making the brokerage contract, right? So I'm going to my folder and I'm pulling out the brokerage contract. And because it was signed electronically, I need the certificate. Yeah. So I'm going to take those two. I'm going to take my certificate of location. I'm going to take my phase 1, phase 2, and I'm going to take my CIDREC. This is a commercial property, right? Open. Envoyer des fichiers dans la JET. So now it's being sent to la JET. You're not done yet. They're not there. You got to keep
Refreshing till after you put them all.
until they load.
To the specific.
See how they're loading slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay. And here on the drop down, so you guys need to understand something, is that these, we don't see. We won't see them. It could be called Mickey Mouse, I don't care. But Andrian won't know what they are until you select from here.
That was in the beginning when I started here, I didn't know, like I had to specify them one by one.
So if
And
you
then I started
if you
doing it.
specify them one by one, alors the ones with des astérix en haut, c'est obligatoire. Alors, brokerage contract. So now the system took out brokerage contract as a missing document. But we are still need to authorize it, right? Next one is gonna be signature the certificate. COL. Certificate of location, right?
See, you have the old setup. Like the new setup, it does this. And then you just drag and drop.
Yeah.
The documents. You guys have the new one or the old one? The new one is the EzMax with the black background.
Okay.
And then you just drag and drop the file here. And then a pop-up comes up and you click and
I
it
still
tells
need
you.
to learn the old one before you start to use the new one, because
Because mine wasn't working, so they told me, okay, you need to download the new one. Okay, so I downloaded the new one, and it fixed whatever problem I was having.
is it easier?
Well, you have to get used to that.
It's music, makes sounds and stuff.
Okay, so now you filled up what you could, you can exit this. Listen, and see, now I'm left with five required documents. Which one are they? Deed of, I don't have, deed, I don't have, DS, I don't need, municipal school tax. I can pull them up eventually. Okay, but here, because I don't have the rest, I can go new comments and say, no, seller declaration. This is, I don't know, blah, 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 legal, it's a commercial building. Okay. And then submit. What's gonna happen is Andrian's gonna receive the email, or whoever's managing that email, the admin. And she'll go in manually into the backend and remove the seller declaration as a mandatory document for this file. And you won't get the email. But if you don't tell us, we don't know. Okay. So
As
this
soon
is,
as we send a comment, you guys get a notification right away?
you won't actually.
But you're saying not if you
No, I know you
send,
won't action it, but we don't, it's better than an email.
not if you send the comment here. You're saying to send the comments.
Send it like this, your comment.
That's what I did, but then you told me to send an email to
So we
operations.
can fix it for everybody.
Yeah,
So if you just send it, they'll go in and move it as per that file, but we won't fix the problem.
okay, but to fix for
You're giving me a-
everybody, I have to send.
While
an
you're giving me
email.
a problem, I know I can fix for everybody that uses the system, so why not just fix it?
Well, what I'm saying is, why don't I just go into the new comment there and say, please fix for everybody?
You can do that.
Yeah, so I don't have to go and send another email.
Any questions, guys, on this?
No.
Okay, so Catherine, you had a question online. Can you please show rentals? It always goes under sales for me. And she's asking how you can edit. So you cannot edit once you've submitted the file. You have to do it on the draft. So when you're on temporary listings, that's where you can go and edit, not when we receive it. If one of your properties showing as a sale, but it's a rental, then my suggestion is you go into your listing like we did now. And you send us a comment. So here, new comment, and you would say, this is a rental. Okay, so then it's on us to manually go in and change it. There's, you guys have just access to a couple of items you're able to change. And the rest has to be done on the back. You can't do it. It won't allow you to. Okay. Back to the home page. So one that's often there is missing FinTrack questions. Okay. And yes, sometimes you don't need to fill it out because it's not your buyer. Send us a comment where the system is not at 100%. But if you do click on it, because you're missing FinTrack, it tells you here, answer FinTrack question. You see, guys, under documents, you click on it, and then you can answer the questions. By the way, We only have these questions today. There's a lot more coming up in the next couple of months, okay? And when you click on the red box,
Click.
guys,
Questions.
it's red for a reason.
We're gonna.
Don't
Yeah.
click on the red box and not put a comment. It makes no sense. If you're clicking on the red box, there's a comment. Green, we don't care. We want green. But if you do red, for example, have you made, this one's the best one. Have you made a transaction with Fund from above? And I get yes, but I have no comment. But you need information. Did they receive the money from, Swiss, or they got it from Angola? Like we need to know. I mean, just give us some help here. Okay, because by definition, when it's red, we need to flag it.
Yeah.
And you definitely don't want any files being flagged. Unless
Especially with no comments.
it's legitimate that you're worried that it's fraudulent. Okay, then I would assume you would come see us as well, right? See, in your opinion, is the transaction at risk? This question means not at risk of not going to the notary. It's not what we're talking about. Okay, at risk of like a scam. Okay, cash purchase, that's okay to put. Yes, you can put proceeds from the sale of the house. Just let us know. Like, give us a little more of insight.
It's like when you pass at the border.
Exactly. Okay. So far, so good. Let's click on this one. So conditions, so these are all. So I don't want. Okay, so basically the first two tabs are the ones you'll use the most, especially the listing and the new sales, the new deals. The bottom part is really maintenance and your personal information, your reports, your stuff like that. You see more annoyed now than before.
Still just gonna pay the office.
Well, that's the other thing. So most of you know we have the service where you give the file and they take care of it for you. So you go on RLP services and everything can be done from there. It's much easier, but you gotta pay for it. OK. Non, ça ne veut pas dire que tu commences avec un listing temporaire. Ça veut dire que quand toi, tu crées le listing, si jamais tu crées ton listing, pas bien. C'est là que tu vas mettre tu vas désigner la vente ou la location. Par exemple, New Temporary Listing. Et là, c'est ici que tu vas le mettre, Rental. Okay, n'utilisez pas sale or rental. Don't use the sale or rental because the whole thing goes bananas. C'est ou une vente ou une location. Maintenant, ça arrive que vous avez une maison à vendre et à louer, mais créez deux dossiers. Vous rajoutez la lettre A, par exemple, après le numéro civique. So 1, 2, 3, A, c'est la location. 1, 2, 3, c'est la vente. Oui.
Il y en a une qui est doublée dans le système.
Possible.
Parce qu'on avait fait hors marché pendant Noël, puis on a remis sur le marché, et puis ça s'est doublé parce que le numéro centriste n'est pas le même. On fait dans ce cas, est-ce qu'on l'efface, est-ce qu'on l'envoie à commentaire?
T'envoies juste un commentaire. Okay. Tu dis annuler celle-là et on va l'enlever de.
Je suis dans le courriel parce que je veux sauvegarder. C'est à qui, Adrien, pour EzMax, pour les choses. On va envoyer un courriel pour dire, disons.
Oui, alors c'est admin ARLP du quartier.com.
OK.
Good?
Good. All good.
OK.
Admin, c'est pas info ad.
Non, alors, okay. Info, c'est Tina.
OK.
Okay. Admin, c'est Adriane.
OK.
Opération, c'est Zayn. Et service, c'est Sabina.
OK.
Okay. Sabina et Zayn, les deux font, ils peuvent faire la même chose. Les deux sont, si une n'est pas là, l'autre est là. C'est ça l'idée. Andréane fait la vérification de dossier et elle émet des factures.
Il y avait une Maya.
Oui, il y avait une Maya.
Elle aussi,
Elle a été remplacée par une Andrea.
Ok. Parce que c'est juste dernièrement que j'ai
Ouais,
vu
c'est
de-
dernièrement. Maya et chacun, il nous fallait quelqu'un de plus temps plein, avec un background immobilier beaucoup plus sérieux. Donc, Andréane a pris. Andréane est DA. Elle n'est juste pas, c'est pas la DA du bureau, mais elle est DA. Elle a toutes les formations pour passer.
C'est qui derrière le bureau en ce moment? Ah, c'est pas.
Tu veux l'être?
C'est
Non, non, juste parce que ça tombait.
Non, ça n'a pas changé récemment. Le dernier DA, c'était Martin. Et quand moi j'ai eu le DA, alors, je m'ai pris un peu plus. Mais Fadi, moi, Andréane, tous les trois, on est DA. C'est juste qui est assigné au
Je suis Mike Ferry. Are you Mike Ferry?
OK, guys?
Ok.
Alors, thank you. Merci. Si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas.
Georges Hello, pas toi.
Voyez.
Merci en ligne. Thanks, guys, online.
Je vais te régler le problème.
Georges. Continue. Allez, go.